Chronicles of the Grim Reaper, Between Shadows and Light, by Griz, Calderon. As the city lights began to twinkle in the dimming sky, Grayson stood on the balcony of her apartment, the gentle breeze blowing through her long dark hair and fluttering the fabric of her flowing dress. She gazed out over the city, the vibrant lights reflecting and speckling in her brown eyes, creating a sparkle that contrasted with the emptiness she often felt deep within, a longing for something she could not name. Unbeknownst to her, the Reaper lingered nearby, his form draped in a veil of darkness. Each time he visited her, he felt a pull he could not explain, a yearning that grew stronger with every encounter. He had long accepted his role as a guide for souls, yet Grayson had awakened something different within him, a power that began to change him. Tonight, as he stood in silence, he sensed an awakening inside himself. With each visit, he found the boundaries of his existence blurring, and for the first time, he could feel the warmth of human emotions coursing through him. This wasn't merely an extension of his duty. It was a longing that echoed in the depths of his being. As Grayson leaned against the railing, lost in thought, the Reaper approached her, compelled by an invisible force. He had visited her many times before, always respecting the distance between them and never daring to touch her. But tonight was different. He felt a newfound power surge through him, urging him forward. He extended a hand, and for the first time, he felt a soft connection, a warmth that enveloped them both. "Grayson," he whispered, though the sound was carried not by words, but by a feeling, a presence that wrapped around her like a gentle caress. In that moment, he reached out, allowing her to sense him more fully. Grayson turned, her heart racing as she sensed his presence beside her. He appeared as a figure enveloped in a gentle twilight glow, radiating warmth and a sense of calm that washed over her. In that moment, he was not just the Reaper, but a being with whom she felt a profound connection, a source of love and comfort. She sensed his presence deeply within her, and in that instant, the barriers between them dissolved. The Reaper's touch was soft, almost tender, sending shivers down her spine. She could feel the energy of his emotions flowing into her, a cascade of warmth and longing that wrapped around her heart. It was different from the touches of her past, unlike the gentle hand of a father or the embrace of a friend. This was something profound, an acknowledgement of their shared souls. "Why do you feel different?" Grayson asked, her voice barely above a whisper. "It is you, Grayson," he replied silently, his presence caressing her thoughts. "Your love has awakened something in me, a power I never knew I possessed." As the Reaper stood beside her, he could sense her longing, the quiet ache that mirrored his own. He had never truly understood love until he encountered Grayson. Her beauty and strength drew him in, igniting a fire within him that had awakened for the first time. It was not part of his responsibility. This was for him and for her. "I wish I could stay with you forever," he thought, though he knew that their paths were forever bound, yet impossibly distant. He could now feel the flicker of her presence against his own, a silent promise of the love that could never fully be realized. Grayson reached out, almost as if drawn by an invisible thread. When her fingers brushed against the air where he stood, she felt the undeniable warmth of his presence. It was as if she could almost touch him, the sensation electrifying. "I can feel you," she said, awe filling her voice. "I can let you feel my presence, to convey my feelings," he whispered, feeling a surge of contentment in the power that surged within him. This was not merely a duty, it was a connection that transcended their worlds. With every moment spent together, Grayson's perception of him shifted. She saw not the Reaper as an entity of death, but as a guardian of her heart. She felt safe in his presence, devoid of fear. In this space, their connection deepened, and the Reaper began to comprehend the essence of love, its ability to heal, to uplift, and to bring forth joy amidst the shadows. However, this power came with challenges. As he navigated these newfound emotions, he felt the weight of feelings he had never known before. A strange mix of longing and sorrow filled him, and the desire to be with her often clashed with the reality of his existence. He was bound to the realm of the in-between, a guardian of souls, yet every moment spent with Grayson only intensified his longing. "I am not like you," he reminded himself, his form shifting in the shadows. "I am the Reaper." Grayson, feeling the shift in his emotions, stepped closer. "But you are more than that. You are with me, and in these moments, we share something beautiful." He marveled at her ability to see beyond his nature, to embrace the love that existed between them. It was this understanding that granted him strength, for in her acceptance he found a purpose that transcended his duties. As the night deepened, the Reaper wrapped Grayson in a gentle embrace, feeling the warmth of her body against his. In that moment, he realized that love was not just about physical presence. It was the bond they shared, unspoken, yet powerful. "I will always be with you, Grayson," he communicated silently, his heart aching with longing. "No matter the distance, my love for you will remain." And as he held her, he understood that this newfound power was not just an ability. It was the essence of what it meant to love, and be loved in return. Though they were worlds apart, their hearts beat in unison, a promise of what was to come. As dawn began to break, the Reaper knew he would soon have to return to his duties, but the memory of this night would remain with him, a reminder of the love that had transformed him. Grayson watched as he began to fade, a soft smile on her lips. "I'll be waiting for you," she whispered, her heart filled with hope. With that, the Reaper slipped back into the shadows, but this time he carried a piece of her with him, a spark of warmth that would guide him through the darkest of nights. The end.